since you're traveling abroad and you represent bands who often tour,
Mhm.
like how much overlap do you have with a touring act? Like, do you actually interact with the bands yourself, or do you just kind of is it all remotely and electronically that you do that, or do you not interact with them personally?
No, I do interact with them personally. I mean, let's just say before COVID, it was more strategic to be traveling and working when there wasn't a lot of tour dates. But obviously, once COVID happened, there was no need to really be in Toronto. Toronto being one of the main hubs where obviously international tours happen, no matter what genre of music. I always felt a necessity to be in the city when the tour dates were happening. But since COVID, things are a little bit more lax. And even though, now we're in 2023, it's been, almost 3 years of COVID, there's still a lot of artists, some who won't do in-person interviews where they don't want that interaction. They don't want to risk, anyone getting sick on the tour because when you have artists who are touring, it's usually like three bands, plus you have the full crew. You're talking 25, 30 plus people. If one person gets sick, on that tour, in the past, like even up until last year, they would cancel the dates. So, I mean, that's a
Mm-hmm.
huge income for touring acts, obviously, their tour dates. So, um, the necessity to be actually physically in person, I think, since COVID in any industry has really gone down. So it's been to be able to travel a little bit more, have more flexibility. That way, obviously, with the pandemic, it's been a bit of a blessing because you have more leeway of not necessarily being there in person.